All right, let's get right into it. If you're a dev working with AI, you already know the golden rule: garbage in, garbage out. So today we're going to move way past the basic stuff. We're talking about how to craft prompts that give you powerful, precise results that are actually ready to drop into your code. You've been there, right? You ask the AI for a function, maybe a script, and what you get back is, well, it's just generic junk. It's unhelpful, sometimes it's just plain wrong, and it's one of the biggest headaches when you're trying to use these tools for real work. And this, right here, this is the perfect picture of the problem. On the left, a vague prompt gets you a completely useless placeholder. But on the right, with a specific, well-thought-out prompt, you get a real function. It's got ducks, it's ready to import, it actually solves a problem. So how do we make sure we get the result on the right every single time? Here's our game plan. We'll quickly hit on why vague prompts are a waste of time. Then, we'll build up our foundational prompting toolkit. From there, we'll dive into advanced logic with chain of thought and then build autonomous agents with React. And to finish, we'll wrap it all up with a developer's cheat sheet. So, why do they fail? It's pretty simple, actually. These AI models aren't magic, and they definitely can't read your mind. They are incredibly powerful pattern matching engines, and they need you to be precise. They need context and super clear instructions to give you the high-quality, developer-focused results you're actually looking for. Okay, let's get to the good stuff. We're going to build out our foundational toolkit. Think of these as the absolute essentials, the techniques you'll find yourself using every single day to get dramatically better responses from whatever large language model you're working with. We all start here, zero-shot prompting. It's pretty much what it sounds like. You just ask for what you want. No examples, no special instructions. It's the most basic way to interact, and it's our baseline. And if you're a dev, hitting an API directly, this is what's happening under the hood. You're just sending a simple JSON object with the user role and your content. It's a perfectly fine starting point, but trust me, we can do so much better than this. Now this is where the magic really starts to happen. Role prompting. You're literally giving the AI a job description. You tell it who to be. It stops being a generic assistant and transforms into a specialist, and its output will completely change to reflect that. You need a senior engineer to review your code, or a database admin to optimize a query. This is how you do it. And check out the key detail here. We're using this system role now. This is a massive hint to the model. You're telling it to take on this persona for the entire conversation. It's not just a task anymore. It's an identity. And that identity will shape every line of code it writes, making sure it's clear, clean, and perfectly documented. Next up in our toolkit is few-shot prompting. The easiest way to think about this is like doing some quick on-the-fly training. You stop telling the AI what you want and you start showing it by giving it a couple of perfect examples to follow. And here's what that looks like in practice. You literally just structure the examples right inside the user content. The model sees the input, output, pattern. It's smart, it gets it right away. So when it sees that final input, merge sort, it knows exactly how to format the response. This is a total game changer for getting consistent data, like structured JSON or formatted text. Okay, our foundation is set. But what about problems that need more than just good formatting? You know, the ones that require actual logic. For that, we need to teach the AI how to think. So let's dive into chain of thought prompting. Chain of thought, or COT, is an absolute game changer for any kind of complex reasoning. Instead of just asking for the answer, you ask the model to show its work. This simple trick forces it to slow down and follow a logical path, and that drastically cuts down on errors in things like math, logic puzzles, or even analyzing code complexity. And what's crazy is that unlocking this powerful mode is often as simple as adding this one little magic phrase to your prompt. Let's think step by step. Seriously, it's like a special command that tells the model, hey, don't just jump to the answer. Walk me through how you're getting there. This slide just says it all. Without COT, the model rushes, takes a guess at the answer, and gets it wrong. But with COT, it's forced to break it down. It literally says, okay, first I see nested loops, the outer runs n times, the inner also runs n times, so the complexity is n squared. It gets the right answer because it followed a logical process. And the best part is, you get to see that reasoning. All right, we've taught our AI to think. Now for the really fun part. Let's teach it to act. This is where we get to the cutting edge, where we can use a framework called React to start building autonomous agents. React stands for reason and act. It's a pattern that lets the model get into a loop. It thinks about a problem, decides on an action to take, observes the results of that action, and then thinks again based on the new information. As a developer, the action part is where you come in. You give the AI a set of tools, like a function to run a code linter or one to call an API, and the React framework lets the model decide when and how to use them. So let's walk through one of these cycles. It starts with a thought. This is the model's internal monologue. It realizes, hey, I'm missing some information here. So it decides on an action, which is to call one of its tools. Now, this example here is a simple getDate tool, but just imagine this could be runLinter or myfile.py or getAPI user service. So after the model decides on an action, your system actually executes that function. Then you take whatever it returns and feed it back to the model as an observation. Now the AI has the new information it was missing, whether that's today's date, the output from the linter, or an API status code. And that closes the loop. The observation kicks off a new thought. The model now says, okay, great, I have the data I need, I can give the final answer. And boom, it does. This thought-action-observation loop is the engine that lets you build AI agents that can tackle incredibly complex, multi-step developer tasks all by themselves. Phew. Okay, we've covered a ton of ground here, from the most basic instructions all the way to building autonomous agents. So let's pull it all together into a practical cheat sheet that you can actually use in your day-to-day. So look, here's the key takeaway. It's all about knowing which tool to pull out of your toolkit and when. For simple, direct tasks, just use zero-shot. When you need a specific style or level of expertise, that's what role prompting is for. If your output format is absolutely critical, you have to use few-shot. For any task that needs logical steps, bring in chain of thought. And finally, when your AI needs to actually interact with the outside world, that's when you build with React. So just think about where we started, getting those useless, generic placeholders. Now, you have the techniques to get an AI to reason, to follow logic, and even to use the tools you build for it. You have a powerful new toolkit. The only question left is, what are you going to go build with it?